Good morning. Well, for me it's morning. Maybe for you it's afternoon, but I just kind of woke up and I want to do this video on some of the basically more horror stories to make a man go Mgtow. So anyway, this young man that recently got off of false allegations. Somebody advised him to get a private investigator. That person being me. He's now going to counseling, and with the mother of his child. And here's the funny thing. The stuff that she's doing to him is being held over his head. All the stuff that she's doing wrong is being held over his head. How do you like them apples? And let me tell you what I mean by that. He feels that he is trapped in this relationship because the reason that he is even still with her is because he is trying to do what's right and be around the kid, which is trapping him in the relationship, because if he doesn't want to see her, he pretty much understands how she works now and knows that she'll put up a fight and make it so that he can't see the kid. So let's examine this a little bit. Let's not just look at it, or let's dig into this a little bit. They're going to counseling. He's finding out that she has a history of anger issues, can't control her anger, and I'll tell you, this is just fucking incredible. So yeah, she has a history of anger issues, he's finding out, and she just perjured herself and tried to put the father of her own child in jail for nothing, and got caught. And the DA took a loss and did nothing. The DA took a loss and did absolutely nothing. So you can see how this is all rigged. So now he can't express. Oh man, just express yourself. Just express yourself, man. Yeah, so they can use it all against you. So the counselor's a female. She's still sticking up for the mom even after everything I just described. Now, I warned him of all of this years ago. And I'm not boasting, and I'm not a prophet. I understand how the real world works. So anyway, I say to him stupidly, because I should know I know how all this works, but I still can't even believe it myself sometimes. But I say, well, why don't you just say to the counselor, listen, she's got a history of anger, I do not. She just perjured herself in court recently, trying to throw me in jail, making my family spend thousands of dollars, and proving her to be, a liar. And, you know what I mean? So, I feel, and I told him, I feel that, I'm not, until we address, these problems and something's done about it, I'm not going to negotiate. I'm not going to, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to have you guys use things that I say against me and stuff like that. And he's like, and he wants to say these things, but he cannot, because he knows that she won't let him see the child. She'll start a war. So how is all this for the best of the children? A mom like this having custody, this was all supposed to be for the best of the children, to give the moms, and all because feminism and all this stuff, and giving mothers custody of children by default, to protect them from all us horrible men How is it for the best of that child to grow up with a mother with anger issues, and who perjures herself to put the father of her own child in jail for no reason in a town where nobody does anything about it? How is that what's best for the children? It's not. It's not what's best for the children. It's what's best for women. So, anyway, there's that story. I mean, just, so you know how that so we can get out there, put how that all works and talk about that. And another kid I know, not too long ago, a friend of another guy that I warned about all this, who's been through it, and he's learning now. We're trying to get this young man away from this girl, because we knew she was bad news. She already got a restraining order on him one time before. She attacked his mother, and he restrained her, and she got a restraining order on him. So now, and the police and the courts gave it to her. You can't make this kind of shit up, man. Yeah, now, he was talking about getting away from her, but he didn't, and now it's too late. He got drunk one day on his day off, and they got in an argument because she's a total cunt. And he smashed the blender on the floor. Not a good thing to do. But she goes out on the front lawn when he's not paying attention and he's just drunk, hanging out, and causes a huge scene. And the neighbors call the police, and the police show up, and she tells the police that he smashed the blender over her head, is what she tells the police, which is complete bullshit. There's no evidence of it, but he got arrested. So now he's facing charges. So I told my friend to tell him to get a private investigator, and so that the private investigator can go and talk to her, and she could admit that she's a liar, and he can hopefully get off with a innocent finding. And maybe if I make this district attorney, or not I, but maybe if we in this town, if we keep getting private investigators, enough of us, and he takes 4 or 5 losses, maybe he'll start persecuting these women for perjury to make an example. But somehow I doubt that. I think he will move on, and some other dipshit will take his place that will champion fucking crazy women. So there's that. More Mgtow story, or more horror stories to make a man go Mgtow. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed it.